Hello boys and girls, Greg from the Scary Spirits here to make you another cocktail. This week's cocktail is the Bear Bait cocktail. And as always, it is the feature cocktail in today's episode. I'm going to start with our shaker with no ice. To that we're going to add 1 tablespoon blackberries. Then we're going to add 1/2 ounce black raspberry liqueur. I am using Chambord, which is a raspberry liqueur. It's not black. Then we're going to muddle. Next, we add a few ice cubes. Then we add tequila, 2 ounces. 2 ounces tequila. Next, the recipe calls for 1/4 ounce smoky mezcal. I don't have any smoky mezcal, but I got some Jose Cuervo Gold tequila. 1/4 ounce. That's just a splash, really. Then we stir the ingredients for about 30 seconds. Don't know why it has to be 30 seconds, but whatever. Then we're going to take our martini glass, strain the cocktail in. Then we top, the recipe says, with milkweed cordial. Or I guess it's milkweed soda. I don't know. It says if you don't have any milkweed soda, try a flavored seltzer instead. I'm using raspberry cranberry. And there you have it, boys and girls, the Bear Bait cocktail. It's not bad. Fruity. Definitely get the tequila. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the podcast. See ya.
Have you ever heard the old saying, mess with the bull, get the horns? Well, this week on the Scary Spirits podcast, Grizzly II, Revenge, we get the feminized version of that. Mess with the cub, get the mama bear. Sure, maybe we started off watching this movie to see young and still unknowns George Clooney, Laura Dern, and Charlie Sheen. But 6 minutes in, they're history. So what are we left with? A movie about motherly love. Or more aptly, motherly revenge. Let's face it, all moms have a bit, or a lot, of mama bear in them. And I'm totally here for it. Screw around all you want, but mess with our kids, and you'll face the dire consequences. Mama bears rule. Cheers.
Welcome to the Scary Spirits podcast. Please be advised that the presenters may use adult language and/or discuss adult situations. This podcast is not intended for younger listeners or those that may be easily offended. So, if you're ready, let's go.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Greg.
Hi, everyone. I'm Karen.
And welcome to the Scary Spirits Podcast, the podcast that combines the two very different but highly compatible worlds of scary films and alcoholic spirits.
What could possibly go wrong?
Indeed. How are you, Karen? It feels like ages.
I know it's only been a week, and yet it seems like I haven't seen you. I'm doing great. How are you, Greg?
I think we mentioned in the last one that we were quite a bit ahead. So those of you, who are regular listeners.
Who are actually listening.
No.
Paying attention.
Was this film?
See, because if you were listening, you would know that I had minor technical difficulties. Oh my God. Go ahead. Ask me. I have to admit it. Go on.
Karen, was this week's film your choice?
It absolutely was.
I believe you were going for a 4.
Oh, I think I did a little better than that.
All right. Well, there you go. And what film have you chosen for us, Karen?
I chose Grizzly II, Revenge.
What year is that from, Karen?
That's a good question, Craig. Because it was obviously filmed in the 80s. But what's it say? It came out in 2020 or something? Straight to video, I'm sure.
Filmed in 1983.
Yeah, that's a good year.
Touched up a little bit and then re-released, or actually released on a large scale for video on demand in 2021.
Oh, 2021. Okay. Totally not worth the wait.
Karen, please tell us, why did you choose this film from 1983 or 2021?
Well, I do love me some George Clooney. And his birthday is May 6th, or was May 6th, where he turned 65 years old.
Damn.
I know. Makes you suck in your breath a little bit.
He looks pretty good for 65.
Yeah, well, he's had a good life, I'd say. But May 6th was his birthday, and the podcast comes out on May 13th. So I thought I'd like to see some young George Clooney.
Some. You did get to see some.
Some. Well, I'll save it. But yeah, so that's why I chose it. Just to celebrate George, little Cincinnati dude.
Do we have a cocktail to enjoy along with George, Karen?
Yes, we do.
And what would that be?
It's called the Bear Bait Tequila Cocktail from the Backyard Forager. You need 1 tablespoon of blackberries, half an ounce of black raspberry liqueur, 2 ounces of tequila, 1/4 ounce of smoky mezcal, and 2 ounces of milkweed cordial, or a flavored seltzer. Berry flavored. It should be berry.
Of your choice.
But you can do whatever. You know us, you do you. So in the cocktail shaker, you got to muddle the berries, which we do like to do. We're good muddlers. Add a few ice cubes, the tequila and the mezcal, and stir the ingredients for about 30 seconds. Then strain into a martini glass and top with 2 ounces of your soda.
Why do you think you need to stir it for 30 seconds, Karen? Does that add something to the chemical compound?
Well, it probably gives the blackberries a little bit of time to incorporate before you strain them out.
Most of mine strained out.
Yeah.
I still have little bits and pieces.
Well, if you were foraging, that's what you would find, like a bear.
All right, Karen, should we give our friends and listeners time to make their own bear bait cocktail?
Let's do that.
I believe in the film it's rancid meat and a dead rabbit.
Yes.
but yes, go make it, boys and girls.
But look at us. See, we're making it a little bit nicer. We're classing it up.
Hold on. And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Karen, might you have a brief synopsis of this film for us?
I do.
Go on. Tell us all the story.
I don't think we're going to be a match because I didn't like the first one I found, but I like this one. All hell breaks loose when a 15-foot grizzly bear, reacting to the slaughter of her cub by poachers, seeks revenge and kills anyone that gets in the way. You know, this would be a very good tie-in for Mother's Day, too, now that I think about it.
Yeah. We are not a match, Karen. We are not a match.
Do you want to read yours?
I will.
Okay.
A giant grizzly bear goes on a bloody rampage as people gather for a concert at Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, I didn't think that was mentioned specifically.
It was not. I like yours better.
I did too. That's why I chose it.
All right, Karen, tell us everything you really enjoyed or might have been pleasantly surprised by in this film. Bless their hearts.
I will say some of the acting isn't terrible. You know, some of it's okay. There's every once in a while a creative shot thrown in there, although I think it might be stock footage instead of the actual movie. That's pretty much all I got. I mean, I enjoy a bad movie, right? So,
Well, obviously, Karen.
well, but this one might have been a little too far. But for me, I usually like these kind of films. You know, I like the giant crocodile in the lake and the sci-fi, the
You like the
six-headed,
nature revenge films, too.
yes, the six-headed sharks and, like all that stuff. I didn't really, this one didn't click with me. I think, well, we'll talk about it in a minute, but I generally don't have a problem with these types of films, and that's one of the reasons I picked it. And I also, usually these films have a sequel potential, and I usually enjoy the ending where, the six-headed shark has a lot of baby sharks, or, something is amiss and then we end the film. And so, anyway, I thought I would actually like this film. Did you like anything about it?
I wrote down one or two things, actually two
Okay.
things.
Two. Ooh,
Yes.
Look at you.
It took me a long time to write the second one, just because that one line was looking awfully lonely up there. And I'm like, I got to come up with something else.
It is kind of funny unintentionally, but I did laugh out loud a couple times when I wasn't supposed to. Anyway, go ahead.
Very first thing I wrote is the park is beautiful.
The setting is beautiful,
The park and the animals and all the little forest creatures.
but I think that is National
Just so
Geographic.
precious.
I don't think they're responsible for that, but
Well, but the ones with the critters looked like stock or was
Yeah.
done by someone more professional.
yes.
But still, they acted in these woods and, driving through them and whatnot. So it was lots of interesting rock formations. And I like that kind of thing. So, and I wrote the acting is okay. And then right beside it, I wrote, they tried. Bless their hearts.
Some of it's
They did
better
their
than
best,
others.
Karen.
Yeah.
They did their best.
With
It's
the
not their
material,
fault.
with the material that they had. There are three famous people in this before they became stars: Laura Dern, Charlie Sheen, and George Clooney.
There
Their
are more
acting's,
famous people in them than,
Yeah,
in this than
but-
just them.
but their acting's fine. It's fine. I think I called him Nick with the good hair. He was fine, and his counterpart, the grizzly
Samantha.
lady, she was fine too.
I liked Samantha.
And even Nick's daughter was okay.
Chrissy, yeah, I liked her too.
She had that nice, she played that part well.
Apparently she was in Valley Girl or was the star of Valley Girl or something.
But the rest, very one-dimensional. But maybe that's how they were directed to be. So I don't know.
Okay.
There is one other thing. It's very similar to Jaws, like kind of the story. And so, it's nature's revenge. I don't hate that particularly either. So, it's obviously a very copycat type of film. They jumped on the bandwagon. They didn't get it out in time. I don't know what happened. They must have run out of money or something. But you can see it. If you had seen Jaws.
Or
and then-
someone ran away with all the money. One of them. Could be.
Well, something. It's a very similar story, I think. Didn't you?
Oh,
The,
absolutely.
yeah, you can't cancel the concert. Like, we're not stopping tourist season. Like, it's
But that's
very,
all those movies are like that.
yeah,
Piranha, all of them.
right. And they were all kind of in that one. So it's no worse
But
than,
this one, it was easier for me to pick out, oh, that's the Quint character.
yes,
Oh, that's the Roy Scheider character.
yes.
you know,
But anyway, okay.
we even had the doctor, the Richard Dreyfuss character too. We even had only it was a female. There you go. We had it all. All right, Karen, anything you did not particularly care for or did not enjoy? Was this a good use of your hour and actually 10 minutes if you don't watch the credits?
Unfortunately, no. I wouldn't I wouldn't say people should see this unless they want to laugh when they're not supposed to, which there is some pleasure in that. The editing is terrible. I don't know what was going on there. It seems like there's a lot of stock footage in it, and it's only, like you said, an hour and 10 minutes. It felt very long. It's like when you're trying to stretch it out, like the concert, like were they trying to sell a soundtrack or what was the deal with the concert footage? And then Chrissy seems to have a relationship with one of the musicians, but we never saw any of it. Just this one little clip of her being hurt by him. Things just came out of nowhere, and it was very sort of hard to follow. Like, who are the politicians? They never really met. Like, there's this whole conversation where they're going to meet. I don't know if they actually met. It's very disjointed. The special effects are terrible. I ended up rooting for the bear by the end, like hoping that she killed the bear hunter. Because
Oh, okay. Yeah. Didn't want her to kill Nick, though, right? Or
oh well,
Samantha.
no. But I
Okay.
wanted her
What
to.
about Bouchard? Didn't
Yes,
want her
that's who.
Oh,
Absolutely.
all right. I don't think she did. That
Yes,
looked
she did.
survivable. That looked like a survivable wound to me,
I
but go on.
okay. So I guess that's your sequel potential. I don't know. And there were daytime, nighttime kind of back and forths, and there was some bad acting by the poachers and things. But you do learn, I guess,
I think they were supposed to be almost comic relief.
maybe, but I don't know. What do you got? Help me out here.
Okay, I have a couple things written down.
I bet you do.
The very first thing I wrote is, what is the timeline? So I'm quite a bit into it before I start writing things down. You can tell because I'm like, what is the timeline here? Does this like take place over the weekend or it's weird because there's this whole day night thing, like you said. And I think I know when it's supposed to be night and when it's supposed to be day, but the filming sometimes it looks like
Yeah, it's
day
opposite.
when it's supposed to be night, which always happens. But sometimes also it looks like night at day at points.
At one point, I thought it was night and the sun was rising, and I was like, "Well, I guess that's wrong."
The next thing I wrote is it drags.
Yeah, for an hour. Could you believe how slow it was?
Yeah, for an hour and 10 minutes.
I was like,
And
"Wait,
the first six and a half are pretty entertaining because you have George Clooney, Laura Dern, and
yeah, they're
Charlie
gone
Sheen.
before 7 minutes. They're all dead."
And then the next thing I wrote is Nick able to time travel? Because he goes from out in the woods to boom, he's there to pick up Chrissy. And it happens, he's in between the woods hunting this bear and the concert stage. I mean, is it that close that he can
I
just
don't know because they keep
walk
saying
on over there? I don't know.
it's 3,000 square miles of. They're never going to find the bear, but they're digging one pit. It's like, okay, I don't know. There's not a lot of logic.
And I wrote it's going back over it drags. I wrote it's too long. At an hour and 10 minutes, it's too long.
It is too long.
I'd have been happier if they'd have cut out all the running through the fucking woods, all the fucking bands rehearsing and then performing for a prolonged time. I'd been happy if they cut most of that shit out and it was 45 minutes. Then that was pretty good. Or 50 minutes even.
Right. I agree.
Hell, even maybe an hour. Maybe an hour. I'll give it 60 minutes. If they'd have cut it down to 60 minutes, it would probably been better.
I'm like, why are we watching this part? Like, More running, more running, more running. Like,
The bear is terrible
yeah, the bear's bad.
at the end.
Well, and it's bad in between too. Like
Well,
the paw
they
that
have,
goes across. You don't
yeah,
see
but you have
anything.
a lot of footage of a real bear
True,
through
you
most
do.
of it. But at the end, it's pretty bad. It's a guy in a bear suit, basically. If it's even a person. Sometimes I think it's just a prop.
At one point, I think I just said I was when I was recording my notes. I'm like, man, they are really trying to make this longer. Like
Yes.
they're adding. I think they use the same footage of the concert goers 4 different times. I saw the striped pants
Yeah,
and
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 yes, and the nature scenes. It's
they
replayed
completely
that a couple
repeated.
times.
Yeah, and then there's a couple bringing in 2 babies into the
Yeah,
like,
I made a note. I made a
and
note.
there's like you see them like 4 different times
Oh,
coming in,
I only saw them the one time.
but they come in. They use the same people over and over walking in. There's about 50 people, and I think a lot of it is stock footage, which, but it
Well,
makes you think.
apparently it was shot in Hungary, and that was a actual Hungarian rock concert.
Okay, it looked like a real concert. Like
That's what I kept thinking. How in the hell did they get all these people to
when
come
I
and
said,
watch this shit?
wait a minute, these people aren't singing in English.
Yes.
There's one. So,
Yeah.
and there's some, looks like National Geographic type footage and, just different, but it's almost like you and I could have done it, edited it. That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
edited it?
Yeah.
I No, I would not accept. No, I could edit better than this was done.
Depends on what you
Oh
had,
yeah,
though.
I guess. Well, I could have made it a lot shorter. I can tell you
Well,
that
that's
much.
true. But if they told you it had to be an hour and 15 minutes, and I will tell you, if I was one of the other stars, I'd be very pissed that Charlie Sheen, Laura Dern, and George Clooney were the credits at the beginning and everyone else was at the end.
Yeah, and they were the top credits at the end as well.
You're like, they weren't even in it 7 minutes.
Especially when you count in the length of the title sequence, right?
Although I'm sure if whoever was in this movie was probably like, oh God, thank God it's not going to see the light of day. And then bam, there it shows up in
I
2021.
don't care. It's a check. They were just working for a paycheck. Gotta eat. Even Charlie Sheen and Laura Dern and
Yeah, I'm sure they were
George
probably
Clooney at
excited
that time
to
needed to
get
eat.
in there. Yeah, like that was probably a big deal to them.
No, I don't know about that, but I'm sure their agent told them it's an easy,
Yeah,
however much, it's an easy check. Just go in,
probably
do
for a
your,
day's worth of work. They probably
not
only
even a
there a
day,
day, you know?
half a day. Because they start filming like almost at twilight. Because it gets dark quick. Maybe a day. But other than that, it was fine.
It was fine. Well, sometimes we watch the movies and I think people go, oh, I want to see that movie, you know? And sometimes maybe not, you know?
Or maybe. You never
Or
know.
maybe it depends on if you find very bad horror films funny, this would be up your alley. And we try to do a variety of
It's
films.
almost so bad it's good, but not quite.
It doesn't quite get there. I think the acting's a little too good for that, is the problem. I think if they were a little less talented, it would have been better in that category.
All right. What kind of cocktail rating do you want to give this film, Karen?
Well, do you think this is better or worse than Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
I think it's better than that.
Really? Because, see, they
You're
didn't.
not going to talk me into a 3, though.
No, I'm just trying to decide if it's a 4 or a 5.
uh,
It's probably a 5.
I don't know.
Oh, if you can't look at it, you have to remember the concert footage is in there. It's too long at an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like there are parts of it that are okay if you take out all the other stuff. The problem is all the other stuff is in there. So you have to take it as the whole, not as the parts we like.
I guess. It's pretty bad. It's not even TV movie worthy.
Well, but if you did TV movie and cut it down to an hour, it would be fine.
Yes. If this was an hour and it was a TV movie, it'd be good. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been.
But the problem is all that stuff is still in there. So you can't.
All right, Karen. So what do you want to give it?
I want to give it a 5.
All right. Your film, I'll agree with you. It's a 5.
If they did our edits, they could have gotten to a 4.
Maybe a 3, Karen. Maybe a
Nah, I
3.
don't know. I don't think so.
All right. Would you like to hear a review from the time, Karen?
Is there an actual review?
Oh my God. I had several to choose from.
Really?
And wasn't that long ago? 2020, they're from 2021.
They're from 2021. Okay. What do you got?
First, I have to tell you, this has a 8% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. A 2.7 out of 10 on IMDb. But, Karen, what do you think those Google users think?
52%.
66%, Karen.
Wow.
But I have to tell you, that is based upon 5 reviews.
No, okay.
So
Fair
take
enough.
that for what it is. 3 of the 5 gave a positive rating, I guess.
I'd almost rather hear those than your review, but let's see what we got.
The review I have is from Variety, and it's a long one. It's a 2-pager.
Really?
It's a 2-pager, Karen.
That shocks me from
And I was reading
Variety.
through it, trying to select what to take out, and I'm like, I'm just going to read the whole thing. I like it. I like it that much.
Wow. Okay.
We'll see if anyone else feels the same.
Well, I did learn recently that there are people who listen to this podcast to go to sleep.
Well,
So have
as
at
you
it,
do.
Greg.
As you do, Karen.
There you go. Send them off to Slumberland. It's all yours.
The review I have is from January 9th, 2021, by a writer named Dennis Harvey. It's too long. I can't read it like that, Karen.
No, it's okay.
I got to get through this. 4 decades in the making, horror sequel featuring stars to be George Clooney and Charlie Sheen remains an incomplete mess. After the phenomenal success of Jaws in 1975, there was a cash-in surge for further Nature Strikes Back creature features as mankind was successively imperiled by dogs, cats, whales, buffalo, piranha, and so on. One of the most blatant of these knockoffs was William Girdling's 1976 Grizzly, which we might have liked this better if we'd saw the 1976 Grizzly, Karen.
Maybe.
An undistinguished tale of hairy menace running amok in a national park. It was, nonetheless, a hit. In fact, the biggest indie success story of its year, purportedly grossing about 50 times its modest $750,000 budget.
I've never even heard of it.
As quickly as it had been rushed out to ride Jaws' coattails, however, a sequel was slow in coming. Well, there's ordinary slow, and then there's the Rip Van Winkle grade variety. After decades spent as a famously abandoned project, Grizzly II finally hits theaters and video on demand in 2021. For reasons that remain murky, the Hungary-shot horror thriller originally titled Grizzly II: The Concert went unfinished after principal photography ended in 1983, its crucial critter effects, among various other elements, left undone for lack of funds.
No.
While the film officially languished in legal limbo, a work print nonetheless somehow leaked into circulation a few years ago, getting considerable unauthorized play in genre fan circles. This stoked the ire of original producer Susan C. Nagy, who's been left holding the bag for 37 years now. Now titled Grizzly II: Revenge, the end product she's finagled at last has added curiosity value to early appearances by George Clooney, Laura Dern, and Charlie Sheen, who now get top billing despite fleeting screen time.
Yes.
They don't appear for a whole 2 minutes, during which span Grizzly II scores its first unintentional laugh as a mother bear and cubs are shot by poachers. That wouldn't be funny if not for the terrible blood splat effects, which give full warning that this movie will be seriously short on polish. After the title graphic, the 3 stars to be appear as hikers camping en route to an outdoor rock show. Suffice it to say, their roles are of very, very short duration. albeit long enough for two of them to strip down to skivvies.
Yes. There you go.
Thus, at the 6 minute mark, there's already a body count, and we begin meeting the real leading characters here. Chasing more Exorcist II style cause for regret, Oscar winner Louise Fletcher plays unsubtly named Mrs. Dragon, the politically ambitious superintendent of a 3,000 square mile public park. A la Greedy Mayor in Jaws, she's inappropriately leased it for commercial purposes, attracting 100,000 youths to a music festival. Not happy about this is head ranger Nick and director of bear management Samantha, particularly once they realize the aforementioned wounded sow is avenging her slain offspring on any human within claw reach. Other significant figures at risk of becoming bear food are Nick's chirpy daughter, his second in command, an imported French-Canadian trapper, the concert stage manager, and those mean poachers whose ranks include Jack Starrett. He must be the guy I recognized. At times, the film's brief glimpses of music acts seems vaguely parodic. They include Nigel Doman as a fictive synth pop singer, plus actual proto Spice Girls Brit Quintet Toto Coelho.
They were real? Wow.
They were real. When not incongruously middle-aged and Hungarian.
The old guys.
For a movie meant to take place in the U.S., but it's hard to tell just when Revenge actually means to be funny. It does gain a sporadic sense of scale by filming the crowd at an apparent real-life gig by 70s hard rockers Nazareth. I'm not sure that was Nazareth. I'm not sure it was. Still, because they were singing in foreign language.
I know.
Still, when the clumsy climax arrives, finally providing more than a split-second gander at the obvious mechanized dummy bear, it disappointingly takes place behind the stage, away from that borrowed cast of thousands. The late Schatz, I guess, who was the director, Andre Schatz, or Zotz, whose subsequent career would be primarily as a producer, can't be blamed entirely for the shortfalls of this apparent sole big screen directorial feature. It clearly wouldn't have amounted to much more than formulaic genre fodder in the best circumstances, given hackneyed dialogue hampering otherwise passable principal performances. That's a alliteration, isn't it? Passable principal performances or assonance or some shit. I don't know. But in any case, Revenge makes glaringly clear that the connective glue which holds together most movies' basic elements never got applied. There are sequences cutting between horribly ill-matched shots or even stills. Those 15-foot monster attacks could not be more cheesily abrupt, poorly disguised, faulty effects work. The erratic scoring sounds as if it were cobbled together from numerous different sources and composers. By far, the best aspect here are attractive landscape and wildlife shots used to pad out a desperately slim runtime that wouldn't nudge much past an hour without credits.
There you go.
Manages to plod anyway. As it lurches between the woodsy bear hunt and the concert grounds, both threads obviously patched together with plenty of holes remaining, Grizzly II never finds a rhythm, not even a giddily camp one. Clooney has long joked that another of his early acting credits, Return of the Killer Tomatoes, is the worst film ever made. But not only is that movie not so bad, it's at the very least exactly the goof it set out to be.
Oh, well, I should pick that one next year. You have something to look forward to.
A year from now?
Yeah. Think we'll make it? Ooh, foreshadowing, everyone.
None of us are promised tomorrow. The best one can say
you
about
won't
Revenge.
Quit me, Greg. You won't quit me.
The best one can say about Revenge is that now viewers' built-up curiosity can be semi-satisfied with a clean print. But this is always going to be a de facto unfinished movie with all telltale signs of missing pickup shots and post-production fixes. It's not even so bad it's good. It's just a half-assembled collection of parts that will never be whole.
Yeah. It's just doesn't quite get there.
I'm parched now, Karen.
Thank goodness we have a drink.
All right. Before we get into the film scene by scene, Karen, what do we like to discuss next week's?
Let's do that. What do you got for us? A Hammer film, perhaps?
Karen, I called an audible. Next week, we're going to watch the 2023 film,
Oh,
Frogman.
what? Wow.
I'm trying to, stay in current events, start trying to stay current with events.
Did you have a sighting or something?
No, but
Oh,
they're trying to make the love of the frogman, the state cryptid here in the Buckeye State, Karen.
well, there you go.
And this film is about the Loveland Frogman.
Can we find it?
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
All
Karen.
right.
I have found it
All right. Excellent.
on Tubi, which is where I watched Grizzly II.
Okay.
Revenge.
Okay. Do you have a drink to go with it? Please
I
tell
do,
me it's
Karen.
the tadpole.
If only I was as smart as you, Karen. Or as witty. The cocktail I have is a cocktail called Frogman.
Oh, I believe you've had one of those before.
Nope, looked it up.
It's not the same as the one you had?
Nope.
Didn't you? You had
Looked it
one
up.
at a restaurant, didn't you?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Shit, I should have done that one. I took a picture of the
Hey,
of
but
the ingredients. For this
Okay.
drink, we're going to need vodka, orange juice, and Mountain Dew citrus soda, Karen.
what is that regular Mountain Dew? Or is
Yeah.
there a
Yeah,
okay.
Mountain Dew.
Well, Mountain Dew has flavors now, so I don't
Okay.
know if it
I
has
guess I don't know, maybe it is different. It probably is now to say it, because if you don't have that, you can use orange soda. So maybe it's a
Oh, it
special
might be.
citrus Mountain Dew. All right, shit, that means I got to find it.
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do, Karen. We just mix. It's simple. You just mix 1/3 vodka with 1/3 orange juice and 1/3 Mountain Dew in a beer mug. Frogman.
Sounds very Ohio.
It's from cocktailbuilder.com, so you know it's legit.
Awesome. Okay, it's a fizzy mimosa, not mimosa. What is screwdriver?
Screwdriver.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Karen, are you ready to get into Grizzly II Revenge, scene by scene?
Buckle up. Buckle up, everybody.
5 pages of notes, Karen. 5 pages.
It won't take that long though. So
First
if you're
of
gonna
all-
if you're gonna go to sleep, you better go to sleep quick.
First of all, where did you watch this, Karen?
I watched it on YouTube and there were commercials in it.
Ah, I watched it on Tubi, like I've already stated, and there were no commercials.
It's
even
okay. I
paused
didn't
it
mind
right
the
in middle,
commercial.
shut my laptop down, or not off. I just closed the lid, went and did things, came back and finished watching right where I left off.
You can use a break.
Oh, yes.
Because I was like, what's happening? What's happening?
You got to watch
What's
this one in
happening?
halves. You got to watch a half and then watch the second half.
I think when we get to it, I think it would have been better if they would have followed that Chrissy story with the rock star a little bit and put her in danger or something. And I don't know, it seemed like there were opportunities lost in this one.
Maybe she and the rock singer decides to go skinny dipping in the park.
Well, that would be your version, Craig.
Well, the rock singer's a dude. You see him in tiny, tiny shorts.
I know. I was like, I miss those shorty shorts.
All right, Grizzly II Revenge on Amazon Prime. It's rated 16 plus.
Do you have to pay for it?
I think, yeah, you have to rent it on Amazon Prime.
Don't rent it, people.
16 plus. Tubi, I think it said TVMA. Maybe the same. I don't know.
Do you think that's for the gore?
Yeah, I guess.
Because there's
I don't
not
know.
even.
Well, here's what it says: violence,
Okay.
alcohol use,
Yeah.
smoking, foul language,
Okay.
sexual content.
There's no sexual content.
Well, Laura Dern in her underwear.
But that's not even a bikini. Like,
I know, it's her underwear. That's what makes it
I mean,
sexual
I'm saying-
content.
but she's more covered than a lot of bikinis,
Yeah. Nowadays, but this is 1983, Karen.
I guess.
Everybody had granny panties.
Well,
Not really. Not really. I know.
I don't know who you were dating, but okay.
Hello, boys and girls. Karen and I hope you are enjoying the podcast. You know what I think can make your listening experience even better? A delicious, themed adult beverage. You can find all our drink recipes on our website, scaryspirits.com, in the recipe den. Tune in every Wednesday and join us for a drink. Now, back to the show. We have credits. Then we have George Clooney, Laura Dern, Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
First things we see. Then we see, I wrote grizzly cubs, but I'm not sure those are grizzly cubs. They just like bear cubs to me.
Yeah,
Playing.
they show different. They look like black bears playing,
Yeah.
and then grizzly playing, and then deer, and like we see. Okay, we're in a forest.
Then we see a hunter with a gun shoots a young bear and its mother, and they are both grizzlies.
Yes,
So then I wrote Ron, Tina, and Lance.
that's not what I called them, but there you
That's
go.
George, Laura, and Charlie. Ron, Tina, and Lance walking up a hill. Tina complaining the whole way.
She's got orange crush bottle on the back of her backpack, like a 2-liter, and George has a boombox on his backpack. It's funny.
See a danger sign. They walk past it.
They don't see it.
They don't see it.
Yeah, they're further. They're kind of behind it. We see
in the foreground or background.
Yeah.
In the background. Sign is in the foreground. Danger. All area beyond this sign closed because of bear danger. They make camp for the night and begin drinking beers. Ron tries to kissy face with Tina. Lance is like a third wheel here. Or fifth
And it
wheel,
almost
whatever
sounds like when they're talking, they might be going to the concert.
yeah, it does. Sounds like they're going to the concert. Lance begins cleaning up the camp. Then I wrote Darth Vader bear approaching.
That's what I said too. She's breathing heavy.
Yes. So every time you hear breathing, it's the bear, just like in Star Wars. Laura does a little striptease for Ron, and they take off their clothes and get in this sleeping bag together.
Well, yeah. There you go. George takes his shirt off and she goes down to her
Underwear.
bra and underwear, but yeah.
Bear attacks and kills Tina and Ron, and right here I wrote 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Lance arrives back at camp. Bear chases after him. He gone. 6 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yep.
So then I wrote, there's a big rock concert happening, 80 to 100,000 kids coming to the park.
Yeah, the Rangers are talking about it.
Yep.
We switched from the campground to the Rangers.
Ranger Nick goes to see Charlie Hill, the stage manager. And I know his name was Charlie Hill because I wrote it down. Charlie Hill, the stage manager. He wants to know what kind of security they brought.
Oh, wait. So back up just a little bit, because I guess Ranger Nick, he says he's used to the Statue of Liberty where they get 15 or 20,000 people a day. So 80 to 100,000 kids is going to be a lot for him. But I looked up what's the most visited U.S. national, what would you call it? Let's see. Did I have
National
it?
Park.
No, it's not national park. It's, well, landmark. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm old. But the
Well, I think the Statue of Liberty is a national park, technically.
okay. Well, I guess all of these
It's run by the
are.
Park Service.
Yeah. So you're right, because it's on here, but not at the top. Surprisingly to me, 15.7 million visitors per year is the Blue Ridge Parkway. Then Golden Gate National Recreation Park with 15.6. So they're pretty close. Great Smoky Mountains, Lincoln Memorial, George Washington Memorial Parkway.
That's a road. Those are roads, Karen. Blue Ridge Parkway is a road.
Well, but it goes through the park.
I know.
But
I get it, but it's a road. I've been on it, but I wasn't there to see the Blue Ridge Parkway. I was traveling from one place to another.
well, I think people go in there to see the Great Smoky Mountains and things.
Well, it's right by the Vanderbilt
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been on
house.
it.
So
Anyway, that's what they counted as the most visited.
Vanderbilt Estate. So then we see Eileen, who I think she runs the park or some shit. I don't know. She's in charge of it.
She's the politician, so she's automatically evil.
She's talking to somebody on the phone about meeting a senator.
Yeah.
Then we see Samantha giving a tour in a Jeep through grizzly country to some people. And
I think they're
apparently
reporters.
she works in bear management.
Yeah, so there's bear management is their deer management and elk
Huh?
management, but we
Maybe
don't,
there is.
but she's the only one.
So then we see a guy drinking liquor at his campsite.
Wait, stop. Just because she's in bear management and she's given them some, facts about bears and stuff like they won't bother you if you don't bother them, that kind of thing. So we're going to go over some bear stuff. So on average, there are about 2 to 3 fatal grizzly bear attacks per year in North America. So this park is way above average. Non-fatal attacks are more common with the average of 30 to 40 reported annually. The vast majority of bear encounters do not result in attacks. So here's ways to increase your risk of a bear attack.
Why would we
Surprising.
want to do that, Karen?
Well, you don't. So,
Oh, so don't do these things.
yes, don't surprise a
Ah,
bear at close range. You get between a mother bear and her cubs, approaching a bear's food source, improper food storage at campsites, which we've all seen those videos, hiking alone or in small groups, poor visibility due to dense vegetation or low light conditions, wearing headphones or making sudden movements, because I think then you don't see it.
yeah,
So
you
if
want
you,
to make lots of noise when
yes,
you're walking through the woods in what could be bear country. And ideally, you'd want a handgun. But go on.
or bear spray, right? What
Sure.
if you had to guess, what month would you say most bear attacks happen?
I'm going to guess. Shit. I was originally thinking one thing. Now I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to say April,
Because,
spring.
well, it's a good guess, but it's actually August.
I was going to say September because of fall
Peak
first. But
because there's peak human outdoor activity.
okay.
More people are hiking, camping, and exploring. Bears are actively foraging, often in areas frequented by humans. They're increasing their food intake and prep for winter. Sometimes there's drought. They venture closer to humans in search of water. And cubs are more mobile. So mother bears with cubs, they're a little more separate. So it's easier for you to get in between them because the cubs are getting big enough to go out and play. So do you want to know how fast they can run?
Sure, Karen.
Up to 35 miles per hour, and they can weigh between 400 and 1,200 pounds.
But I just have to be faster than you.
You probably are. You're welcome, Greg. Yet another thing I'll do for you.
All right. So then we see a guy drinking liquor at his campsite. Bear attacks him. He gone.
Yeah,
I will
I didn't
say
know.
there's a pretty high body count in this film.
Yes, but I was like, who's this? Who's this? He just came out of nowhere. He was on a motorcycle, right? And then all of a sudden, he's gone.
And then we cut to setting up the stage for the big rock concert. Promoter asks the girl if she knows how to operate a phone. He's looking for help. And she says, yes, both dial and push button.
She's cute, I will
She is
say.
cute. I like her too.
But I don't know why she was
Prissy.
there. She's just
'Cause she's
hanging
Nick's
out.
daughter.
Yeah, but we didn't know that yet. I'm like, who is this
Yeah.
girl just sitting
Well,
there?
you find out soon.
But they would never have let her just sit there with all the rock acts, but whatever. So she becomes a gopher. Because I guess the other one, the person who was supposed to have her job, I think,
Overslept.
yeah, like she wasn't reliable.
Overslept again.
Again.
So then we see a guy on a motorcycle arrives at the camp we saw a few minutes earlier, fires a shot at the bear, and drops his gun and runs away holding the camper's hat that he found. Cut back to the stage, Eileen arrives and introduces herself to Charlie Hill, the promoter. And she's not happy about how things are progressing, Karen.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
It's a big fucking production. I'll
I
say
know.
that.
Clean this up,
Jesus
man. Get more
Christ.
organ. Yeah,
It was like a Live Aid or some shit.
I know. That's what it looked like.
So then we see a motorcycle guy arrives to meet others, tells them one of the guy's brothers is dead. Luke tells Luke that his brother's dead, I guess. Rest of them want to get the bear.
Well, at first they're all talking about how much the bear, like, ooh, it's a big bear. We can get a lot of money for that. And I'm like, the dude's brother just was violently killed. And everybody's like, how much money can we get for this bear?
Yeah,
and then finally the brother goes, shut up. My brother just died. But then he gets over it real quick.
Yeah, they figure they can each get $25,000 for the bear if they kill it.
Yeah. And they'll sell it in Chinatown.
Then we see the Rangers cleaning up a camp. Nick wants to find the bear and kill it. Nick goes to Eileen and wants to talk about the killer Grizzly. Eileen doesn't have time because People magazine just arrived, Karen.
Oh, I thought it was Time magazine. Whatever.
Whatever. She tells Nick not to say anything to press and handle it.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Handle it. You handle it.
What you do? Handle it.
It's your job.
Nick, I guess, talking to Charlie about the security. Charlie brought 50 men. Nick is concerned they don't have enough men.
Apparently, and those aren't unarmed men. They're just to protect the axe from.
They are unarmed men, unable to arrest or do anything.
Really. Yeah, they're just to protect the talent.
Just muscle.
Yeah.
Apparently, Charlie hired Nick's daughter, Chrissy, to work the phones. Or be a gopher, whatever.
Yeah.
Nick has a heart-to-heart with Chrissy.
He doesn't trust these rock and rollers.
He tells her if she has any problems, she's to call the ranger station, and he will be there in 10 minutes, Karen.
Yeah.
No matter where he is in this park, he will be there in less than 10 minutes.
And they're a little, I don't know, they're a little, handsy with each other.
They are.
I was like, what?
That too.
If I was, what do you think? She's 17 or 18. I was not hanging on my dad and kissing him goodbye, kissy face.
She may have been supposed to be that old.
I was like, that seems a little off.
Yeah, it was a little weird. I think because Nick is so young. So then we see bear hunters looking for a place to trap the bear. Cut to Samantha from Bear Management talking to the Rangers about tranquilizer darts. They are to use bullets for self-defense only, and she tells them an ordinary bullet probably won't stop her anyway. So you're better off with the tranquilizer dart. At least that'll put her to sleep.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But Samantha's all about saving the bear and throughout this whole thing, and Nick is all about killing the bear.
Nick meets with Samantha. Samantha wants to tranquilize the bear and then tend to its wounds and relocate it. Nick isn't happy.
He wants to just shoot it. And I was like, this is like if Greg and I were talking about animals.
Samantha asks Nick what he would have done if someone would have murdered Chrissy.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, but
Rangers and Samantha at Ron, Tina, and Lance's campsite, carrying out bodies. One of the Rangers wants to bring in a French Indian grizzly trapper named Bouchard. Nick wants to forget about the tranquilizers. Samantha does not want to. Nick goes to talk to Eileen again. Again, he's back at the fucking stage.
I know, he just shows up there.
Goes to talk to Eileen again. Tells her that 3 more kids have been killed. Eileen wants Nick to get the grizzly. She cannot give him any more men. Just handle it.
Yeah, again, she's not helpful.
And then we see the bear poachers, I guess, drinking by a campfire. They begin making fun of Nick. They begin to think Nick might be looking for them if they found Harvey's body, the dead poacher.
Yeah, because poaching's illegal, so he would be looking for them.
So then we see Ranger Pete walking through the woods, comes upon the bear hunters. There's a standoff, but one of the bear hunters says, "Come up behind Ranger Pete and whacks him on the head with a log." Bear hunters break camp and drive away on their motorcycles.
After stealing his weapon and his walkie-talkie.
Ranger Pete regains consciousness.
Just in time.
He sees the bear and runs away. Bear chases after him. Ranger crawls into a small cave and the bear attacks him, we presume. We don't really see anything.
Yeah, I don't know how it got in there. Looked like he got in a little tiny cave, but...
Yeah, but there were rocks in front of it, and I'm sure the bear just wiped those rocks away.
I guess. It looked like he was going to make it, but nope, he did not.
Cut to Samantha and Nick at the campsite. They find Ranger Pete's body.
Again, so here's the thing. He's out there by himself. So if I was hunting a 18-foot grizzly, you'd think you'd go in pairs. And they keep saying it's 3,000 square miles. Yet they found Pete right away. I guess maybe he had a route he was on or something and they could narrow it down. But still, how the hell are they finding him? It's like a needle in a haystack. And yep, there he is.
They figure out that because Pete didn't have his weapon, the poachers must have gotten to him first. And then right here I wrote, is there a love connection between Nick and Samantha?
To their credit, they don't really make that happen, although it probably did it was probably planned, right?
Yeah. So then we have the same scenes of wildlife we saw at the beginning of the movie, only
Yeah.
double the length. I wrote much too long. Cut to Nick and Samantha in the Jeep Renegade. Road is blocked by a fallen tree, question mark, I wrote. They
Big
meet
branch, yeah.
Bouchard. Nick tells Bouchard that Pete
Again,
was
they
killed
just
by a grizzly.
run
Just
into
happen
him.
upon him. Yeah.
Yeah, in the 3,000 square miles of this park, they find Bouchard.
Bouchard lifts up the tree and carries it out of the way of the road, in the road.
That's one of the places I laughed. And he talks about himself in the third person. Bouchard does.
And then Bouchard and Samantha have a pissing match, I wrote. Well, you recognize Bouchard, don't you? I mean, he was in like Raiders of the Lost Ark and all those Indiana Jones movies and shit.
No, I don't recognize him.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's been in tons of shit. Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings.
What's he doing in this? Was this early in his career too? He's a little older.
His first film was 73. And then 81, he was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. But he was a co-star side bit part, whatever. He was in it a lot. So I don't know. I guess you got to eat, Karen. I don't know.
I guess.
This film is not even listed on the film.
I'm sure.
Because he was in lots of good films.
I wonder if it's listed on George Clooney's. What is it that IMDb or whatever? And
I'm just looking at Wikipedia. It's not on. It's not in the guy who played Bouchard's Wikipedia filmography page. Bouchard says they have a devil bear. Back at the stage, singer wearing very, very short shorts, rehearsing with background singers and dancers.
I missed the shorty shorts.
Chrissy listens. Then a Jamaican guy arrives trying to sell Hawaiian centimillion. Karen, centimillion.
Some herbs. The Rastafarian dude shows up for no reason except to sell some herbs.
Charlie, the promoter, makes him leave.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be at.
So the next thing I wrote is 80s background singers dancing with their 80s hair, makeup, and clothes. Another time filler. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I bet that was a girl band.
See, I just thought it was. I'm like, these singers are terrible. What's going on? They all look possessed. I wrote.
After I watched most of it, and then I had to take a break. And as I was doing other things, I was like, I wonder if that was a girl band.
I'm like, are they sleeping with the director? How'd they get in here? That's what I wrote.
Another band rehearses. I assume
they're God, look at those pants. It's very 80s.
Way too long. I wasn't sure if I hope this is rehearsal or is this the concert? I don't know.
I said I wouldn't call this rock and roll. I'd call this new wave.
That's still rock and roll. It's all rock and roll to me, Karen.
They're still trying. I said they're trying to sell the soundtrack or something. But okay, now we're back with the Poachers.
Yep, back to Bouchard. And now he's got his bear hunting outfit on, Karen, with all
I said, we're back to the Poachers. Oh, no, we're with Bouchard, and he's got a feather on his gun now. So He means he's serious.
Serious business.
And has he got the makeup on?
Yeah, well, not yet, I don't think.
Not yet, because I'm like, what is happening?
Nick and Samantha walk with him. Bouchard sets
bear traps. Is where they're setting the traps,
yeah. He explains that he boils the bear traps to get the man scent off of them.
Yes.
And right here I wrote, he is Quint from Jaws.
Yeah.
I realized, he's Quint.
All right, well, while we're...
Quint.
Yeah, so...
I'm just making sure I knew his name.
I just looked down and I have another fact for you, but I kind of missed it. When they were talking about selling the bear in San Francisco in Chinatown...
Yeah.
In traditional Chinese medicine, and I think somebody mentions it somewhere, and I don't know if it's before or after this, bear bile is extracted from the gallbladder of the bear, is a prized ingredient used for over 1,300 years to clear heat, detoxify the body, and improve eyesight. Well, they say. So historically, it's used to treat liver and gallbladder diseases, gallstones, fever, inflammation, and even epilepsy. Bears are the only mammals that produce the significant amounts of the acid they need. It's been marketed for hangovers, hemorrhoids, and even suggested as a COVID-19 treatment in China. There is something called bile farming since the 1980s, which maybe this is where this comes from. Maybe somebody read this and got the idea. But anyway, thousands of bears have been kept in small cages on farms, and they just extract the bile from them, which is horrible. But there is a synthetic version that modern Western medicine uses, which is identical to the active compound in the bear bile. So presumably they don't have the bile farms anymore.
I thought someone said it was an aphrodisiac.
They said that, but that's when I looked it up, and
Okay.
it's not for that, but it is used in Chinese medicine.
All right. So then we have more band rehearsal, this time singing in a foreign language. I said maybe the first real band we have seen because they were pretty good. I didn't know what they were saying, but you could tell they were a tight band. And they're still working on the stage. So then I see bear hunters making a trap, sharpening logs and putting them in a pit.
It's like cartoon trap, but
Luke
I guess
feels
it would work.
responsible for his brother's death. So then we see the short singer jogging through the woods with his Walkman on.
Yep. Which we just learned is a way to get attacked by a bear, but hey, whatever.
And then we hear Darth Vader bear. Guy runs back to his camper and Chrissy is waiting for him. His name is Barry. I know his name is, I like calling him short singer.
Shorty shorts, yeah.
Barry talks about doing his show and going from town to town.
He's a gypsy.
He's a gypsy and a joker and a smoker and a midnight toker.
He's like a lone wolf, man. No one can pin him down. So apparently they had some sort of relationship because she's waiting for him in the early morning because that's where we see the sunrise. And he just blows her off. And then she goes, okay. And she leaves. So, I mean, good on both of them, I guess.
Cut to the bear poachers on their motorcycles. Then we see people arriving at the concert.
Yeah, the same 50 people over and over.
I said they all seem very happy.
Yeah.
Like they get to be in a movie.
Yeah.
I wrote here.
They got some stripy pants
I
on.
wrote some nice 80s clothes.
Yep. Somebody brought two babies.
I said, ooh, there's a Winger t-shirt. Ooh, there's a Venom t-shirt. Now that's heavy, Karen. That's heavy.
Yeah, and they're going to this concert, which is not that type of concert, but whatever.
So then we see Eileen walking some important people around the concert. Eileen used to be in Washington. I don't know.
She'd go back for the right job.
Senator, and Rob the pyro guy makes them leave the area. Next thing I wrote is teenage girls with their babies arriving at the concert.
See, you missed it the first time. That's at least the second.
Oh, is it the second time?
Yeah, I saw him earlier.
I was too busy admiring the Venom
shirt. Yeah.
I guess.
Vintage now.
Yeah. Bouchard tells the story of a bear legend. Grizzly is a beast from hell, Karen.
Yes.
Bouchard says they will hear the grizzly when it is trapped because it will make a huge scream.
A blood-curdling noise.
Bouchard tells a story about hunting grizzly when he was a kid on horseback. They killed 25 grizzlies in one night. He's bragging and Samantha is getting upset.
Yeah, because he says...
talks about how they ripped them apart.
Yeah, it's terrible. I would have been upset too. They roped them and pulled in opposite directions on horseback.
And right here I wrote, he is poking the bear, so to speak.
Yes, he is. That's very clever, Greg. Very clever.
Look at me. I'm so clever. So then we see 80s girl band singing. I guess this is the concert now.
Something about the milk from the coconut.
Yes, you take the milk from the coconut. I caught that lyric. That must be that's the chorus. I got that much. People in the crowd are painted all colors and they're singing and dancing. Looks like they've been in one of those ink runs or whatever they call them.
Yes. Color runs. Yeah.
Bouchard, Nick, and Samantha. Samantha hears the bear. She goes to grab the gun and runs away. Nick runs back to the car and grabs his gun. Nick is like the Flash. He can just run from one place to the next.
Yep.
Then I say running through the woods. We do a lot of running through the woods too.
We do.
I wrote Samantha's hair gets blonder as she's running through the sun in the woods.
That's those highlights. I did not, but
it was totally a stunt person wearing a blonde.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't notice.
Bouchard.
I think I was probably trying to fast forward through it, see how far she was going to run.
This might have been when I just came back after my break. Bouchard shoots a bear, but it's the wrong bear. He shoots a male bear.
Did you know a male bear was called a boar?
No, but I'm not surprised.
And the female is called a sow.
Sow, yeah.
With pigs, raccoons, and badgers.
Yeah. Cut to the 80s girl band again. I wrote, the crowd doesn't look too enthused.
No, they didn't. I noticed that a couple times.
Well, they're the opening act. They're the beginning. They're the very first act in this whole
Well,
evening long,
if they're
day long
waiting for
affair.
Venom, then they're going to be disappointed by this.
Or even Winger. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. So then we see the poachers digging a pit. One of the guys talks about Boussard. Apparently, Boussard's wife and 2 daughters were killed by a grizzly. So then we see a second band play. Or it's kind of getting dark, I think. Fans seem a little more into it. Cut to Eileen in her special box with the senator watching.
Yeah, just some scaffolding.
And we see the third band. I'm like, oh, this is probably the headliners, question mark. But no, it's not. But the third band. Nick arrives at the concert to pick up Chrissy. It's midnight now, Karen. She still has more work to do, and she has already gotten a ride with someone else. Nick tells her to take the highway. He doesn't want her going through the woods.
And the bands are still playing, so.
Yep. Fourth band I wrote. Oh, that short guy, Barry, I wrote.
Yeah.
Yet another band. But then I say, they don't appear to be playing on stage, not even singing into a microphone. This looks like a music video.
And it was footage from earlier. They played the same thing again. Like when they were rehearsing, they played the same thing again.
This is the first time I saw this.
Oh, you didn't see? They were there earlier.
All right.
The girl on the keyboard or a different one?
No, this is a different one. This is a girl singer. Girl and
guy
singing.
Yeah. They weren't singing in the microphones. They were just, I don't know what was going on there.
But you are right. Funny. That other footage was, I think, the same. I couldn't tell if they were.
I know what you mean now.
The concert.
Yeah, they're just they're singing, but there's no audio setup, so I don't know.
Back to the bear poachers. They are covering the pit with branches.
Oh, wait, just so you see, here's what I'm saying. This is weird. Who are these people? Well, we got a sax player anyway, because it's the 80s. Then, okay, now go ahead. Back to the poachers.
Yep, and the poachers begin to turn on each other, I believe, Karen.
Yeah,
one of them shoots the other, and he falls into the bear pit and is spiked, impaled, and bear is there, and it growls.
Well, so one guy's like, we could get
a dead rabbit.
Yeah, we could get $25,000 a piece, or if there are only 2 of us, we could get 50. And I'm thinking, would you kill your friend for $25,000?
Oh, 25. I thought that too. A life is worth $25,000.
Well, and it's presumably your buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I better be worth more than $25,000, Greg. If you're going to kill me, it better be a lot more than that.
Well, of course, Karen.
Well, sure, you say that now, but
How much could I get, Karen?
I don't know. Maybe not much more than that.
Do you have a life insurance policy, Karen? Huh?
All right. I refuse to answer that.
All right. Back to the concert.
Well, wait, Bruce, I interrupted you. Bouchard does show up and find that they've been massacred, all the poachers.
Yes, that's what comes next. Back to the concert. Fans just clapping, I wrote.
Oh, maybe I didn't
Back to Bouchard. Finds the dead poacher in a pit. He finds the others dead as well. One of them is hung up in a tree. Then we cut to a bear running through the woods.
I said, does he have makeup on now? He does. He's got his warrior makeup on now.
Back at the concert, more clapping, no playing. Cut to rangers walking through the woods with their flashlights. Concert again, nothing going on.
I'm rooting for the bear at this point.
And then I wrote, oh, I guess short guy has an encore because he comes back.
He must be the main attraction.
I don't know. Then we see Nick driving through the woods in his Jeep. Back at the concert, we continue to hear the bear. Pyro starts going off. Bear seems annoyed. One of the pyro guys gets hit and burns.
For no reason, yeah.
Nick and Samantha arrive. The Jeep is hit by fireworks and flips over. Fireworks going off. All hell's breaking loose, Karen. I wrote, I think there's been a malfunction.
Yeah, something happened back there.
People at the concert, though, seem to love it. Bouchard arrives.
I say, please kill him now.
I wrote, man in a bear suit. Concert promoter shines spotlights down on the firework blaze. They blind Bouchard just as he's taking a shot at the bear. Promoter and a roadie, I guess, grab Nick and Samantha and pull them away from the Jeep. And we see Bouchard runs between a couple semis and pulls his hatchet, Karen.
Yeah, because somehow he lost his gun.
He runs up to the bear, and we see a
danger, high voltage sign. And right here it says,
Foreshadowing.
Nick runs through the fireworks, gets on a forklift, and drives toward the bear. The engine stalls. Bear knocks the forklift over. Bouchard takes a rope and throws it around the bear and climbs up it,
It's funny.
stabbing as he climbs, Karen.
With his hatchet, yeah.
Bear throws Bouchard away, impaling him on some rigging. And right here I wrote, I don't think it hit anything important. He'll be fine. Just his shoulder.
I thought it was a little
Might have some
lower.
shoulder issues, but that's about it.
Might have taken out a
His
lung.
collarbone. Probably broke his collarbone, too. Rangers shoot at the bear. Back to the concert. Nick runs towards the stage, trying to get the bear to follow him, heading towards the high voltage sign. He does it a couple times. It's bad
Yeah.
editing here.
Yes, they're going to electrocute it.
Then I guess the bear gets caught in wires and is electrocuted. I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know. I was
There's
like, well,
just a shot of the bear all tangled up in Christmas lights and
Yes.
smoking.
with his head through the back of the stage, I think.
And Eileen in the center love it.
Is that part of the show? And she's like, yes, it is. And that's the end.
Credits. George Clooney, Laura Dern, and Charlie Sheen. The end. They got top billing at the beginning and the end, Karen.
Crazy. It's not a thinker. It doesn't take a lot of effort, So there you go.
All right. What did you think of the bear bait cocktail, Karen?
Very fruity.
Very pretty. It is. I used raspberry cranberry seltzer.
Yeah, I think it's.
But no, yeah, it was raspberry, but it wasn't blackberry. But still, it's berry. So
Yeah, I think it's very berry, and I think it's a nice summer drink.
definitely taste the tequila, though. Karen.
Well, there's a lot of tequila in
A lot
there.
of tequila in there. And
But
that
you could
George
put
Clooney
less.
tequila. Hell, I used that George Clooney tequila even for this drink.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that. But
wow, look at you.
it's like a pop. You just like pull the thing off. And if you're not careful, Karen, it'll like splash up all over you when you do that.
Oh, did they see that on the YouTube channel?
They might have.
Well, Greg does make every single one of our cocktails on our YouTube channel, so you should definitely check that out, especially if he spilled tequila all over himself. That sounds fun.
Well, I'm good at editing, Karen, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
Well, that's unfortunate. You got to show people you're human, Greg.
All right. Anything we learned today, Karen?
We learned about America's attractions. We learned about how to not get attacked by a bear.
National parks. You mean?
Couple of bear facts. Just be careful out there in August. That's what I'd say.
Lots of bear facts, Karen.
Yeah.
Bear attacks, bear bile,
Yeah.
bear speed. All bears all the time.
I didn't have a lot to work with here, Greg.
All right. Anyone you need to thank this week, Karen?
We need to thank our listeners, especially those who listen all the way to the end. We should start saying,
All of them.
and yes, all of them, John. So we don't get in trouble. We should say, and good night. Who do you need to thank, Greg?
Karen, I'm going to once again thank the band Verse 13 for providing all the music in the Scary Spirits podcast.
The music definitely does make the podcast better.
Anything else, Karen?
Thanks for listening, everyone, and please drink responsibly.
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Yeah. You need to use your good night voice. And good night.
I thought I did, Karen.
Thanks for listening to the Scary Spirits podcast, where the movies might be iffy, but the drinks are always solid. We would love to hear from you. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Scary Spirits Podcast, or go to our website, scaryspirits.com. And if you want the direct line, email us at info@scaryspirits.com. If you really want to help us out, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. And remember, always drink responsibly. See you next week.